why you should vote.
One vote can tip the boat. The right to vote wasn't always a right.
While the framers of the Constitution didn't allow everyone to vote, they did provide a framework for the way the elections are done today. The representative system and the electoral college for voting in members of Congress and the president respectively have been a part of the election since the very beginning, and we still maintain that tradition today.
Even though the broader system is the same, at the start it was quite different. Only white landowning men were allowed to vote, and people of color and non-landowning men couldn't.
The right to vote being granted to all people over the age of 18 has been such a relatively new concept. Yet we still hesitate to vote like it is our right to. We should be taking advantage of this power and never forget that the
Right to vote wasn't always a right. Old people love to vote. Did you know that the older you are, the more likely you are to vote? Judging by this statistic, most politicians tend to appeal and pass legislation that benefits the elderly, even at the expense of future generations.
Old people are stubborn, and most of them have the time to get educated on various issues and their representatives' opinions on them, sometimes from calling their offices directly in order to get their opinions directly from the source.
But one thing is for certain, and that is that old people love to vote. Your vote matters.
While more than 100 million voters cast ballots, the 2000 Bush v. Gore election was so close that it came down to a margin of just 537 votes in Florida.
Young people can become more educated about politics by following news sources which confirm to be impartial, while also getting news from sources on both sides of the aisle.
And if these young people were educated enough about the closeness of the election, the result could have been quite different, which is why
your vote matters. Looking at these 3 points, the biggest takeaway is that your vote matters.
And you should always vote whenever given the opportunity to. And that's because
one vote can tip the boat.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
I'm Donald J. Trump, and I approve this message.
I'm Barack Obama, and I approve this message.
Yo, did Epstein really kill himself? Epstein was probably so cool. He was probably the coolest, coldest.
That is not what we wanted to say!
that is not literally okay.
One vote can tip the boat.
Please, I have a family!
My mom's kind of homeless.
Okay, and then add like 2 gunshots after.